Good morning everyone and welcome back. I hope you've all had a lovely half term and are feeling refreshed and ready for another busy term here at KC. I'm going to do two things this morning. The first is to remind us of what it means to be a part of Team KC, and secondly to let you know about a new initiative we're going to trial in response to feedback from you. So to start, you'll have heard me say before that at the heart of everything we do is a belief that everything is possible, and this optimism and determination runs through the core of us at KC, and it's what I absolutely believe as your head teacher. And in order to make everything possible, we've got 4 core values at KC, and I'm sure you don't need me to remind you, but they are on your screens now, that our core values at KC are aspiration, responsibility, respect and care. And these have been the core values for a long time now. They were here before I started and they will be here long after me. And I think the important thing to say is that these aren't just words. The values have to be lived by us all. We need to know what they mean in practice, what they mean in terms of what we say and do. And we've done lots of work with your help in the last 18 months to put these values at the heart of everything that we do. And so in practice, from a day-to-day point of view, you won't have been able, hopefully, fingers crossed, to escape our strategy, which is to dream big, work hard and stay humble. And this is how we'll demonstrate we're living our core values and will help make sure that everything is possible. And of particular interest to me, and the one that I perhaps talk to you most about and to the staff about, is the stay humble. And that's perhaps because it's the most unusual one. And I know I've talked to you before about it being quite an old-fashioned word, but what it means to us and means to me, and again I've said this to you many times, is that it's about the ability of knowing yourself and knowing yourself accurately. So it's about celebrating and shouting about what your strengths are and what you're good at, but also about knowing what you still need to do to develop. So you can absolutely imagine my delight when I came across a new book over the half term, which had just been released, called Ambitious, which is all about how humility and ambition go hand in hand together to create success. And the author of Ambitious says that for him, humility means, humility has 3 parts to it, and those 3 parts are how you understand yourself, how you understand your relationships with others, and how you understand your place in the universe. So let's just pause for a minute and think about that final building block that he talks about of the 3 that make up humility as we watch this clip. Okay, so an absolutely incredible clip. I'm absolutely fascinated by space, and I find it very difficult to comprehend the size of the universe. It absolutely just blows my mind when I even try to think about it. But while watching that, I was also reminded of a quotation by Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, and he said, "At Apple, people are putting in 18-hour days. We attract a different type of person, a person who doesn't want to wait 5 or 10 years to have someone take a giant risk on him or her, someone who really wants to get in a little over his head and make a dent in the universe. We're aware that we're doing something significant. We're here at the beginning of it, and we're able to shape how it goes. Everyone here has the sense that right now is one of those moments when we're influencing the future." And that quotation really resonates with me, and I've spoken to you all before, whether that was when you were sat in front of me in year 6 on one of the transition days, or whether when you were sat in the hall during year 7 on that first assembly back. I've spoken to you all about how every single one of us is changing history, and that's because history is made up of the things, the decisions, the choices that we are all making on a day-to-day basis. And so some of us will change history on a small scale, some of us will change it on a large scale, but every single one of us will change history. And what the author of Ambitious means when he talks about understanding your role in the universe is knowing that you have a small role to play, but that you do it to the absolute best of your abilities, and also knowing that whilst you may not matter much in the grand scheme of things, you all have an important role to play in your small corner of the universe. And of even more importance to me is the role that every single one of you, of us, has to play in the life of KC in our small corner here in Kingsthorpe, Northampton. And the part you have to play is huge. And whilst we are insignificant when you think about our small dot compared to the multiverse, it is our reality and our lived experience. So it is a huge part that we can all play in this very small corner. And it is one that we all contribute to. And we all contribute to that by making sure that we live our core values in everything that we do. And this is what Caught Doing the Right Thing is all about. It's about recognising those of you, and there are hundreds and hundreds of you who day in, day out demonstrate our core values in everything that you do. And we want to reward and celebrate those of you who are doing that. So you'll see on the left hand side another favourite quotation of mine from Aristotle about excellence, and about excellence being a habit. So it's not just a one-off thing, it's about practicing doing things day in, day out. And what I want us all to practice is day in, day out showing those core values. So this reward is going to be all about you being recognised when you demonstrate that you are a member of our Team KC in our small corner of the universe because you are living our core values. And so each week we're going to shine a spotlight on a particular core value, and whilst they are all obviously important, like I say, each week we will have a specific focus on one of the four. And this coming week is going to be aspiration. So if you cast your minds back to tutor time before half term, you all gave your tutors some specific ways in which you thought you could demonstrate aspiration. And you can see there were lots and lots of contributions, and some of the things that you said were trying your best, listening to other people, using your voice wisely, completing homework, being in school at the right time, trying to answer questions even if they're difficult, asking for help if you need it. I love that one. Trying your best in lessons, completing work to the best of your abilities, making sure that you contribute and participate in all of your lessons, making sure that you have a dream, and the list goes on. There are lots and lots of ways that you can be demonstrating to your teachers and members of staff as you're out and about during break and lunchtime that you are demonstrating aspiration. And so every time you get caught doing the right thing, so for this week, aspiration, so every time your teachers and members of staff before or after school and in lessons catch you demonstrating that core value of aspiration, you will be given a Caught Doing the Right Thing card. You will put your name and your form group on that card, and then you will go and choose which of the four containers you want to put your card into. So think about those supermarket charity boxes that you get, where you get given a token as you check out, as you leave, and you choose which of the charities you want to support. Well, what you're going to do is choose which of the four containers you want to put your card into. So it's completely up to you. You might want to hedge your bets and put cards in all four. You might want to absolutely go for just one prize and increase your chances by having multiple cards in one of the prizes, but that is completely up to you. So you will get the card and then you will go and put it in the container, which will be outside student services. Fingers crossed, if it changes, your tutors will let you know. And then at the end of half term, we will draw a card from each of the four containers for the person that will win the prize. And the prizes, as you can see, are on your screen. So we have an iPad, a bike, a shopping voucher, and some wireless headphones. But also keep an eye and ear out for the tannoy, because we have a few more things up our sleeves in terms of celebrating those of you who are caught doing the right thing. So have a really good first day back, have a really good first week back, and I look forward to seeing many of those cards being put into those containers as we go through the week.